What up, weebs? Today we're going to be cooking up Willem's Buttercake from Suka Suka, also known as Shumatsu, also known as World End. It's got a lot of titles. One of the titles has 3 titles in that title. Regardless, let's get cooking.
Alright, so you're going to need 200 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 4 tablespoons of whole milk, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, 200 grams of castor sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, about a cup of almonds, it's really up to your tastes, and 2 sticks of room temperature unsalted butter. Oh yeah, and 4 eggs. I forgot to put them in the video. My bad. So you're going to want to add your granulated sugar to a small pot, along with a cup of water. Now, we're going to bring this up, and the purpose of this is to soften the almonds. So, stir it until the sugar is completely dissolved. We'll bring it up to a boil. There we go, something like that. Looks good to me. And then we're going to add in our almonds. This is to soften them and make them more pleasurable. I don't like crunchy things in cake, so here we go. All right, so bring that up to a full boil, and then let that boil for a few minutes. Once it's done, remove it from the heat. Transfer the almond mixture into another container, preferably one that has a spout and isn't plastic. Now you're going to separate the almonds from this liquid and chop them up for later use, but don't throw away the liquid. It's very good. It's almond simple syrup. Great for cocktails. Now grease up a spring-loaded baking pan. You can use oil or shortening or butter. I'm using butter. It's butter cake. I'm going to use butter. I'm going to use a lot of butter. In fact, look how much butter I'm using. It's great. Speaking of butter, throw in your 2 sticks into a mixer. I don't have a hand mixer. I'd prefer to use one, but a stand mixer will work just as well. Also add in your castor sugar. Now you want to cream these until they're a nice texture like that. All even, yellow, smooth, great. Now take a spatula and scrape down the sides, and I guess if you're using a stand mixer, the paddle as well. And then add in one of your eggs. Beat it back together until it's a smooth, creamy paste. Turn it off. Scoop it down again, add in another egg, and then beat it again until it's a smooth, creamy paste. Do the same. Wipe, egg, mix, scrape, egg, mix, and there you go. You got a nice little mixture going on there. Oh yeah, add in the vanilla at this point and then mix it a little bit more. So now you're gonna take a sieve. Look at that. Don't leave your spatula in there. I'm an idiot. But anyway, add the flour and the baking powder and the salt into a sieve, and then you're gonna sieve it over. Try not to make a mess. See, if you're smart, you're not gonna leave that spatula in there. In fact, I'm gonna take it out. So sieve it all so you get a nice fine powdery mixture into the butter mix. Now fold it all together. You don't want to stir it, you don't want to mix it because you're gonna make gluten form. It's gonna be a tough dough, and you don't want that. You want this cake to be as light as possible. So just fold that in until all of the flour is incorporated. There we go. That looks good to me. Add in your milk. And fold again. Just fold until everything is incorporated together. Don't overfold it. It won't work out well. There we go. So everything's mixed together, and now stir in the chopped almonds we made from earlier. Just enough so that it's ready. Okay, now take the greased spring-loaded pan and pour the mixture into it. Now, I'm not gonna recommend that you lick the spatula or the pan because it's got raw eggs in it, and that's probably bad for you, but I did it and it was delicious. All right, now tap it down, do whatever, make it flat and even. So, what I'm about to do in the video, I don't want you to do. I'm gonna put in the 6 almonds in the same pattern that Willem had on his butter cake. Now, definitely do this because my cake is canon. I'm not about that bullshit filler life. We're doing this right. But don't do it now, because what happens is the cake rises and the almonds sink and the cake eats the almonds and they're no longer there. So we got to be accurate. Don't do this. What you want to do is 5 minutes before it's done, take the cake out of the oven and then do the pattern. All right, so now I want you to put it into a preheated 375 degree oven for 40 minutes. Slide that baby in and wait. Now watch this. It's done. 40 minutes. Pass by in half a second. The wonders of technology. Alright, so remove it from the oven and let this cool completely before you open it. I didn't let it cool. These shots were taken 90 seconds apart, but whatever. Well, there it is. It looks good anyway. So let's give it a shot. Gotta stick the fork in it. That way it's still canon. Like I said, we're doing this for real. So how's it taste? Pretty damn good, actually. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please tune in again. And if there's any dish or food from an anime that you want to see made, leave a comment in the section below and I'll get to it if possible.